My name is Henry Tenenbaum. I have been a broadcaster for my entire career. I've been a cameraman, I've been an editor, I've been a writer, I've been a news director, I have been a presenter. And the presenter part is probably what I've primarily done over the years as the most consistent thing. I enjoy them all, really. Each one has its own skills and interests. Being a presenter is either a lot of fun if you get to present what you want to do, but it's not a lot of fun if all you're doing is reading a teleprompter that other people have written, because that can be very boring to the person who is doing the writing, even if it isn't. Even if the viewers, like you, are fascinated by every word I say. I used to be a street reporter. Street reporter, person who goes out and reports something, gets it on the air that day. I was a feature reporter. So I have, in the course of my life, but it's been a long time ago, I've interviewed Bruce Springsteen, I interviewed the Dalai Lama. When you've been doing this long enough, you get to create your own job if you're lucky. And I was lucky. And so I was able to actually book the interviews, in other words, arrange the interviews that I wanted. So I would originally I would have producers who would go out and get me the interviews, but over time, as in the US, as many know, the TV news industry has become smaller and smaller in many ways for local television. The budgets have gone down as competition has increased. As a result, the number of people working for me or with me declined, and by the end, I was doing all of it myself.
Is that right?
Yes, which wasn't bad because it got done the way I wanted. But I've been through so many generations of different levels. When I started, it was black and white film, with a wind-up camera. And then we went to color film, and then we went to videotape, big videotape machines. And then we went to smaller tape, smaller and different cameras, and now, of course, you can use your phone. So, but the basic skills of storytelling, the basic skills of accuracy, and accuracy, the basic skills of putting yourself in your audience's place, your ability to see what you're doing through the eyes of people who don't know what you know, who don't have the facts that you have. That's what a reporter really is. It's a teacher. If you're a good teacher, you're a good reporter. Now, there are the skills of trying to take a long interview like this and turn it into a 30-second lesson, let's say. That's the hard part. But the ability to teach is really to learn and teach. That's the point. Because within a very short period of time, as a journalist, you have to learn something. Then you have to turn around and present it to people who don't know that, and present it in a way that's meaningful, engaging, it can be retained, and accomplishes whatever your goal is. These days, reporters do need to have technical skills because everybody's going out and shooting their own video in many cases. That wasn't true for many years. When I started, that's the way it was, and at the end, that's the way it was.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, now most of the TV stations here in San Francisco, in the Bay Area, have VJs, video journalists. They shoot their own video, they edit their own video, they write it, they report it, they ship it in.
So you're saying when you started it was like that?
That's what it was like when I started.
Oh, okay.
We were doing film, and they'd send me out, and I'd shoot it, and I'd voice it, and I'd edit it, and it'd go on the air. And then, of course, when I went to, even when I started in Buffalo, but when I went to Washington, D.C., there was a time, I remember going out with 3 technicians, sometimes even 4, which was horrible. It was the worst.
Why is that?
Well, it was sort of funny because I thought it would make life so much easier. But unfortunately, the way it works is, okay, let's go out. It's 10:30, we know our assignment, We got to shoot it, I got to get it edited, I got to write it, and I got to get it on the air for the 6 o'clock news. Ready, everybody? I don't know, where's Joe? Oh, he's in the bathroom. Okay, well, let's wait. Okay, hang on a minute. Okay, here's Joe. Sam? Sam's gone. Where did Sam? Sam? Of course, you had to pick up a phone. We didn't have cell phones back then. Anyway, it was coordinating that many people was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Now, once you got on the scene, it was great because the lighting was good, the sound was good, the camera work was good, but it was difficult. Typically, back then, you had a cameraman and a sound man and you. And then they ditched the sound man, and then it was just a cameraman and the reporter. And then in recent years, just in the last 10 years or 5 years, as the cameras have gotten smaller and the technology has gotten much easier. And we used to have separate editors and separate cameramen and separate people who did the live shots. Yeah. And now they've just consolidated it. So you now need to have a bunch of skills. But as a reporter, you still must have the basic presentation skills and the basic reporting and writing skills. And writing is everything as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Well, not everything, but a lot.